Hello, this video will be painful for some, not for me. I am Don Kryptonium. Today we're going to talk about one of the worst app chains in Cosmos, in the purpose of existing the blockchain as well as in bad product that is being supported for some reason. And if you think this video is a fad, you already know, you already make up your mind. There is no reason for you to watch this video. Go watch other YouTubers that will give you the next hottest airdrop and life-changing technology. This is Don Kryptonium. And make sure to love, like, and share this video across the web if you want to stay wise like Don Kryptonium. So, I decided to have a look lately into the Quazar finance because I got the interest in searching for a good vault in Cosmos. Because we have concentrated liquidity in Cosmos, but we don't have good vaults, okay? There was a lot of great vaults on Ethereum and Layer 2s. And I know if you are here and saying, Quazar is the greatest vaults ever, I can tell you you're probably also the person that thinks that Osmosis introduced the first concentrated liquidity ever. And this is not about Osmosis. Osmosis is truly great product, and I think it's a shame that there is no vaults. And it's a shame that something like this is getting supported. So, to break it down simply, concentrated liquidity is the pool where you can choose more concentrated range as opposite to the full spread, so you can make the liquidity more efficient, and as liquidity provider, you can generate more of the swap fees, okay? There is downside. If you don't do it with the vaults, you are gonna get wrecked because price fluctuate a lot. The only difference is probably the stable pairs and the pairs with asset and derivative of this asset, although it's also risky. But for anything else, doing concentrated liquidity doesn't make sense, and more likely in the full range, you will outperform that concentrated liquidity if you want to do it manually, because you are gonna get wrecked. Because as you get outside of the range, you have to then swap half of that or portion of that pool to balance the range, and you will lose simply on the slippage and on the swap fees. That's why it's pointless to do it. Okay, so to help that, there are vaults, and it's not really complicated. You know, the vaults is usually the range, but there is the app that allows you to manage. So if you have the range, let's say the app allows you to rebalance. But that's also risky because as you choose just the standard range, you will get out of the pool. So you usually have to have few elements. And these few elements, it's not complicated. It's like a base range where you accrue more of the fees. Another range that would be limit range. As your price go outside of this range and retracts back, your pool trying to rebalance to 50-50, and also portion of that to the full range to ensure safety of that pool. So you never have to get out, sell, because that never works, because you always lose on the slippage, okay? So then we venture into the greatest pools, greatest vaults on Cosmos, and it's truly sad, to be honest. The vaults existed on layer 2s for like years, and the valuation of those far superior vaults are much less. Quazar raised at $70 million valuation, and obviously there is multiple supporters from Cosmos that includes Kepler, and that's why the certain supports happen. Once again, I like Osmosis and I like Kepler. I still use Kepler. Kepler is my main wallet. So that's why it's painful when I see those people like supporting something that's obviously bad, right? So what we are going to talk about, vaults of Quazar doesn't offer anything I was telling about. Vaults at Quazar allows you to deposit to permissioned vaults. It's not even software that allows you to create your own vaults. So they build the vaults, which technically anyone can build, and allow you to deposit, and they charge 20% on the performance fee. But the best thing is they don't have any of those ranges I was talking about. In those ranges, they just set the range and meant to manage them and trade within them, which I said, like, it's stupid, because on the one thing you need rebalancing that is not by trading, by the ranges you set. So they have only one base range, and as they get to the edge, they seem to have someone that try to manage that and sells and buys it, which probably underperforms the full range in this case. And to be honest, I'm probably doing favor, because I'm explaining people who raise so much money, have really large team, which is pretty funny, because I've been using vaults on ETH by the team of 2 people, which is like uncompared, and this is like, what's going on here? Advisor, Jeke Zampe, Cryptosito, Richard, whatever, Marco, so many people, and none of these people know how vaults work, which is pretty funny. You have those vaults, and as I said, they're like permissioned. It seems maybe boosted. I don't know what it means, if it's incentivized. And this is simply the range that, and of course, the ranges here are mainly main asset and derivative. So you have Osmo derivative, TIA derivative, DYDX derivative, TIA derivative, Atom derivative, stablecoin, and not many others. And it seems maybe there is others, but those are the main, because none of the others, they don't know how to manage. So they have like some intern probably that just keeps the easy pools with main pair and its derivative, which is very easy to do by yourself on Osmosis, and they charge 20% on top of that, which is pretty funny. The saddening thing is that it's not that they just use the, like, you deposit, you do you. The problem is that ST Atom and Atom, it's actually subsidized from the community pool. So this is, the problem here is that none of these parties, either Osmosis, Quazar, or others, take responsibility. And this is like, it seems to be very beneficial for all the teams. It's beneficial for Osmosis. Additional liquidity from community pool. It's beneficial for ST assets because adoption of Stride. It's beneficial for Quazar because now they got for free something on which they charge 20% on top, and they don't even know how to build the vaults. This is the funniest thing ever, and anyone outside Cosmos knows that the Cosmos is this one big black hole of grift and nothing else, which is truly amazing. Okay, so let's see the ST Atom and Atom pool. Okay, and the cap is almost reached. All of that is nearly, but the best part is that in that range they have pretty tight range, you can say, which is obviously it's good if you do derivative, you want tight range. And how it would work, so usually the range will go slightly away with the derivative as the derivative goes more. But if you build a vault that have limit range and it limit the loss, so once it goes too far, with every of this deep, it should acquire more of ST Atom so it can rebalance to 50-50. There is nothing like this in Quazar. So it just going feather and feather and feather. And once it's go far, the intern gonna swap some of the ST Atom to Atom. And it's just so stupid, I cannot really wrap my head. It's so unbelievably stupid. I can't believe. So please, anyone, tell me. Why? on that, ST, I don't know what's the total APR would be here. 20% with the swap fees, 3 million worth of atoms. So it's like Quazar getting 100k, right? Charity and so on. So congratulations to everyone supporting this. Congratulations to investors for lacking the smart gene in their head. In life, I never felt very smart. I joined crypto. I feel the smartest motherfucker here. So yeah, that's I think this is good learning on how the vaults look. Quazar, you're welcome. The chain is valued at 100 million right now, which is another very, very funny thing. And it's pretty funny how people launch the blockchains because they can raise more money, but deliver an absolute joke. With that, your favorite fountain of knowledge, a walking wisdom, an IQ of 220. One and only Don Donatelito Donato Kryptonium. Till the next time.